Love has always been the mystery that keeps hearts alive, the force that transforms pain into strength and turns ordinary people into warriors of destiny. This story is not about fairy tale perfection, but about two souls who discovered that real love is built in the fire of challenges, in the storms of doubt, and in the quiet moments when walking away seems easier but holding on is the only choice. Their names were Ayaan and Zara, and though the world saw them as just two young dreamers, what they carried within them was a power that would change not only their lives but the lives of everyone around them. Ayaan grew up in struggle. His father passed away when he was a child, leaving behind a silence that could never be filled. His mother worked endless hours to put food on the table, sacrificing her own dreams to give her son a chance at life. From a young age, Ayaan carried the weight of responsibility. He studied hard, worked part-time jobs, and told himself that one day he would rise so high that his mother would never know the taste of poverty again. But life is heavy when you carry it alone, and no matter how strong he tried to be, there were nights he felt like giving up. Then one evening, inside the library where he spent most of his time, fate crossed his path with Zara. She was different from anyone he had ever met. With a notebook in hand and eyes filled with quiet dreams, she looked like someone who carried her own storms yet still found ways to smile. Their first conversation was simple, accidental even, but sometimes destiny hides in ordinary moments. That small spark grew into long conversations, shared laughter, and eventually, a bond that felt unshakable. Zara was a dreamer, too. She loved art, believed in colors and stories hidden in every stroke of a brush, but her family wanted something different for her. They believed ambition was dangerous for a girl, that dreams were a luxury she could not afford. Still, Zara refused to let the world decide her worth. She once told Ayaan, "The strongest love isn't the one that gives you comfort, it's the one that challenges you to become more than you thought you could be." Those words burned into his soul. Together, they began to walk a journey filled with hope and struggle. Ayaan studied during the day, worked during the night, and carried his mother's medical bills on his shoulders. Zara fought against the chains of tradition, sketching late into the night, chasing rejections, and painting as though her heart was bleeding onto every canvas. Whenever one fell, the other lifted them up. Whenever the world said you can't, they held hands tighter and whispered, "Yes, we can." But no great love story is written without trials. The first storm came when Ayaan's mother's health worsened. Hospital bills piled up, and his part-time job was no longer enough. He began skipping classes, losing focus, and drowning in guilt. He thought about leaving university to work full-time, convinced that Zara deserved someone without so many burdens. One night, broken and tired, he told her, "You should let me go. I can't give you the life you deserve. I am too busy fighting battles I cannot win." Zara looked at him with steady eyes and replied, "Do you think love is about waiting for perfect conditions? Real love doesn't run away when life gets hard. I didn't choose you for your success, Ayaan. I chose you because of your heart. And if that heart is willing to fight, I will fight with you. I don't want easy, I want real." Those words lit a fire inside him. For the first time, he realized love wasn't about being perfecta, it was about partnership, resilience, and courage. With Zara by his side, he began to push harder. He worked long hours, studied in every free moment, and slowly climbed back up. She brought him food when he skipped meals, stayed awake helping him revise, and reminded him that storms don't last forever. Still, the world didn't make it easy. Zara's family discovered their growing closeness and pressured her to cut ties with him. They told her she needed stability, someone with wealth and power, not a boy who was barely surviving. The pressure tore at her heart, but Zara stood firm. She told them, "I would rather struggle with the right person than live in comfort with the wrong one." Her defiance came at a cost of arguments, silence, and rejection from people she loved, but she refused to abandon her truth. Ayaan, inspired by her bravery, decided to dream bigger. He didn't just want to survive anymore, he wanted to thrive. He poured himself into his studies with new determination. Days turned into nights, failures turned into lessons, and slowly, doors began to open. His professors noticed his hard work, opportunities appeared, and bit by bit, the boy who was drowning began to rise. Meanwhile, Zara faced countless rejections in the art world. Every exhibition she applied to seemed to end with disappointment, but each rejection only sharpened her.